Well, hello everybody. Today a short video showcasing our brand new Avionics panel that we at Volair Sim have developed to accommodate the G1000 Suite from RealSimGear. The G1000 integrated flight display from Garmin is a popular option in many modern factory GA aircraft, including the G36 Bonanza that actually you can see here flying inside Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. So let's get started and let me walk you through some of the key features of the Volair Sim G1000 Avionics panel for the RealSimGear G1000 Suite. First of all, as you can already see, it accommodates the PFD, the MFD, and the audio panel that is situated between the two displays. The Avionics panel has been designed to be shifted slightly to the right on the Volair Sim Avionics table. And the reason for this is so that the primary flight display, just like you can see here on the photo, is in the direct view of the pilot. And actually that is a certification requirement. So we essentially shifted the entire panel a little bit to the right, and we provided this adapter to the Avionics table so that the panel doesn't, hang loose over the edge of the Avionics table. The other thing that you can see here is that we made a provision to accommodate the Honeycomb Bravo throttle that can be mounted underneath the MFD. If you do not have the Honeycomb Bravo, or you plan to use a different throttle quadrant, we provide this blanking plate that you can use to cover up that opening. The other option that you have, instead of covering up that hole for the Bravo throttle, is to, for instance, mount the backup instruments like you see here on the left on the right hand side. That's kind of similar to what you would see in a G36 Bonanza, although they're either mounted vertically, or I've seen on the newest one they have a GI-275 on the left. Or you can also mount a single rectangular panel from a Logitech or formerly Saitek on the right. So you have really three options: cover up the hole, mount the Bravo throttle, or put something as an additional gauge, such as, for instance, the backup instruments. And here you have an airspeed indicator, attitude indicator, and the altimeter. The additional thing that you see here is we have a provision for you to use an EMPS mount. It's sold separately but easily available to mount something like an iPad. Here we have an iPad with ForeFlight that we have wirelessly connected to the sim, just like you would have your ForeFlight connected to your Avionics in your aircraft, so that you can, for instance, have a geosynchronized approach plates. The next thing I wanted to point out is that we relocated in this example the keyboard tray that normally goes on the right to left. We have a separate accessory that you can buy from us that allows you to do that, and that especially can be useful if you're planning to keep the Bravo throttle like we have here on the right on the panel, because the tray could potentially interfere with it. Of course, you can also mount the Bravo throttle on the right hand mount that comes standard with the chassis. It is really up to you. Because the Avionics panel G1000 is slightly taller than the regular Avionics panel that we have been selling, we will be providing you with a riser kit that will raise the seat by about 3 inches. This is how it looks. This will be packaged together with an Avionics panel, and that is designed to raise the seat so that you can have a better visibility. Let's take a quick peek behind the panel. Here you can see additional bracing that we have developed to help tie everything together. There's a lot of accessories mounted to the panel, plus the yoke and the throttle makes the panel heavy and susceptible to movement, so the bracing will provide additional rigidity to the entire assembly and just tie everything together. Here's the picture of the braces that will be included with the panel in the box. Of course, the Volair Sim G1000 Avionics panel will also include that extender for your Volair Sim Chassis Avionics table that will allow you to shift the panel to the right as mentioned earlier. By the way, the displays that you see here are mounted on our triple display stand version 2 that we have released in 2022. These are 42 inch displays in diagonal. The displays are configured inside Flight Sim 2020 in the multi-view configuration, so it's no longer the NVIDIA surround, but instead they are configured so that each monitor is configured as its own independent window. In case you are wondering, we are using SPED Next for the FIPS on the bottom left there, and the RealSimGear PFD and MFD are connected to the computer using a USB-C adapter. Finally, let me just take a few moments to summarize the purpose of the blanking plates that will be shipping with your Avionics panel. On the top left, there is the blanking plate to cover up the openings for the FIPS or the Logitech rectangular instruments. Below is the adapter for the FIPS in case you are using backup instruments. On the top right, there is a blanking plate to cover up the opening for the Honeycomb Bravo throttle. And finally, the adapter on the bottom right is used to mount either 3 FIPS or the Logitech rectangular instrument on the bottom right on the Avionics panel. We hope you found this video informative. Please visit us at VolairSim.com. Thank you very much for watching.